Yeah, I like it, Ross. Growing them up.
It's a little smaller than last year before Syracuse, right?
What's that?
It's a little smaller than last year on the Wednesday before the
Oh,
Syracuse.
yes. It was like, oh my gosh.
What, something happened that week?
Yeah. Gosh. We love drama, though.
Yeah, we
love drama.
Unfortunately.
Drama sells. It's so boring working man Wednesday today, you know.
Nothing exciting.
Nothing exciting. Except a fun 2 minutes, bro. That's it. Job, KJ. Nice. KJ had a sack today.
I was going to ask you about him. I don't know how many snaps he played, but what's he
They were all about even. He was 20, probably 20 something.
I was just curious what
How he played?
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting better. He's still making too many mistakes. You know, he gives away minuses. You know, again, but he's getting better. He's learning. He's playing fast. He's starting to play a little more physical. And but he can flat out rush that passer. I mean, that's his gift. You know, that's his natural instinct. But he's learning how to be a complete player and not just an athlete running around. And so, you know, I would put he and Xavier in that same category as far as just really becoming complete players. And Xavier's definitely ahead. He's got way more experience. He's played more, and really took a big step forward last week. He graded very well, and but KJ's doing great, man. He's on his way.
Is it seeing Xavier graded well in the opener?
Xavier Thomas.
Yeah. Oh no, I was talking about Xavier Kelly.
Oh, Xavier Kelly did. Yeah, he played probably maybe his best game in the opener. Played really well. I mean, still same thing. Still a guy that just needs a lot of reps. And didn't really have much opportunity the other day, especially with kind of how we were playing those guys. But he's done well.
Expect him to play a lot on Saturday though.
We'll see. Hope so.
What makes Syracuse's two defensive ends so difficult to contain?
Well, they're smart, they're big, they're long, play hard, got motors for the game. They understand the game, well coached, but they're just big and strong and quick, and they know how to play with leverage, and they're a little nasty. I mean, they're tough. They're good players. They gave us all we wanted last year. Our tackles are in for a full day's work with these two guys. Be a good matchup. Speaking of X.
Is the morale?
Hey, Jordan.
Is the morale of your team this week just night and day compared to what was last year going into those guys after the emotionally draining
yeah,
week?
I mean, our morale was good. Nothing was wrong with our morale. We just were dealing with trauma. Nobody likes that when you're football's a game of routine and structure, and I don't think anybody likes to have to deal with stuff like that. But that's our team handled it well, and we had a good week of practice. Our quarterback just got hurt. That kind of derailed us a little bit. So, as I said the other day, if we can just, get our quarterback to play 4 quarters, we're ahead of the game and not turn it over 3 times, and we'll have a much better chance to be successful in the game, and as opposed to having to overcome a bunch of stuff. We had to overcome a lot last year. The good news is we were good enough to do it. We were good enough to run the ball, and Chase was good enough to come in and win the game for us in the 4th quarter when we needed. Our defense was good enough to get the stops and get the ball back. The year before, we weren't good enough. We weren't ready. We weren't ready with our backups, and we didn't play well on defense, and they just flat out outplayed us. Simple as that. They outplayed us on both sides of the ball, and you get beat. So, our focus is to just play well and take care of the ball, and just play a complete game, protect our quarterback. That's it.
From a mental toughness standpoint, how big was that for you to see XT last week come back at the very next possession after hurting his ankle and then go out there and make a play?
Yeah, I didn't know where he was. I didn't even know he was back, to be honest with you, because they carted him off. Next thing I know, he's rolling around the edge, and I went, well, I guess he's okay. So I didn't even know he was back in there until I saw him literally on that play. But it's good to see, because he was in some pretty grimacing pain. I went out there to check on him, but it turned out it just kind of wore off, and he was able to go. I see you, Boothie.
Defensively, how do you balance preparing for their tempo while also making sure these guys keep their legs under them?
Well, we're practicing inside. Obviously, it's really hot out there, so but twofold. We wanted to be on the turf. We wanted really loud And but I wanted to keep them out of the heat and try to just get them juiced up and ready to go. But the other thing is that's just how we practice. So we did a 2-minute drill today, as fast as we could go, and we do enough good on good. It's one thing when you're going to scouts, but when we go good on good, when we do Skelly, we do team pass, we do inside, we do O versus D every day, it's fast tempo. And so that's just kind of our norm. It's not really something that we really have to make a lot of adjustments. We're a no huddle defense. We don't huddle up, so it's really not that big of an adjustment, to be honest with you.
You said that you'll probably stick with DK on punt returns. How much does that place mess with your depth perception on the punts? I played basketball in there, and I know it's
not that bad because it's a. If I remember correctly, it's kind of a clear roof, like a white, yellowish white roof. So you actually can see the ball pretty good. It's not, but it is different because there's just obviously you're looking at more stuff. But again, we practice in the indoor all the time, catch punts in there all the time. We had specialty today before practice, so just making sure we get enough work in there where you have, you don't have the blue sky or the black sky. You're looking at stuff, finding the ball. So we're fortunate because we do have the indoor. So we can't get a practice, simulate that. A lot of people don't have an indoor. So it's hard to simulate that structure.
You said you were going to have it ridiculously loud this week. How was Tuesday and Wednesday? How the offense executed it?
Today much better. Yesterday was the first day to really crank it up, and we were just average. But it was the first day. We got into kind of getting our plan going and all this and that, and working our cadence the way we want to work it. And then today was much better. It was much better. And then again, we did a good 2-minute drill against our people, did a full speed team pass, third down against our defense. So it was good. They managed it well, and we're excited to go and
Gabe Cervenka's prowess in the weight room. You think he's Paul Bunyan to hear Sean Pollard talk about him? Does Coach Batson, do you witness him a lot firsthand in the weight room? And does Coach Batson talk about it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if Paul Bunyan was a real character, he'd be, or they were going to make a movie, he'd be the guy I'd pick. Well, maybe he needs to be a little taller. I don't know. But no, he is a powerful, he's the most powerful human being I've ever been around. It's unbelievable. And he's just training as a football player. If he trained as like what you call power, I guess a power lifter, like a competitive power lifter, he could do it. He is unbelievably strong. And then the fact that that was a 4-time state wrestling champ, he just, when he gets his hands on you, you just can't move him, and it's hard to resist him. He is explosive. You can't move that type of weight without having explosive, hips and just ankles and knees and just all your explosive areas. He's blessed, but he's worked really hard. But he did come in here strong, and then Coach B is just like a kid in a candy store when he gets a guy like that just loves it. He's a meathead in the weight room, loves it every day. So he has to kind of back him off. We let him go to a certain point, and we go, okay, that's good for a football player. He wants to do something more after that, and so be it. But he's as good as we've ever had in the history of Clemson. I'm sure it's somewhere in these walls. I think he's all up there. He's got all kind of records. You ask the guy who's the strongest guy on the team, there's no hesitation. It'll be very quick answer.
What are you looking forward to the most about taking your first trip and going to Syracuse, especially up north?
I'm just excited to go on the road. Obviously, love playing at home. It's a simpler Friday for us and things like that. And obviously after the game, post game, I'm not looking forward to getting home at 5:30 a.m. Sunday morning. I'm definitely not looking forward to that. But it's just fun to go on the road. I just think it's something exciting about, at home you got all your team, everybody's on the sideline, and now you can only take 72 guys, and and everybody's against you, and it's just something fun about that, as a competitor, you love it. So I'm just anxious too. I want to see them go do it. We got a bunch of young guys. I want to see how they're going how they're going to handle it. And so it's always a good time to load up the plane. And some of them, I'm sure somebody hadn't flown yet. I usually, every year there's usually at least one. You know, I just enjoy being with them. I enjoy hanging with them. So it's just a little more time just hanging out on the plane. And then we have our normal routine when we get up there. We'll actually go to the Dome Friday night for just a few minutes just to let all these guys kind of walk around and check it out.
All right.
Thank you, Coach.